Alright, this is going to be my tutorial for the advanced, or the more advanced route of Distance Spring. I call it the advanced route, even though no trick is really harder than in the previous route, but there is way less room for error. In the previous route, you could lose up to 5 blues or yellows and really lose essentially no time. But in this route, you cannot lose any yellows or blues in the second half of the day without losing a pretty reasonable amount of time. So there is less room for error. So I'm going to do this in a version with no snitch bugs, just for consistency for the tutorial, but I will mention how you should deal with the snitch bugs in certain parts. The first part of the day is pretty similar. We're going to take out 90 blues, and then throw, we want to throw between 25 and 29 up on this ledge. And then bring the rest over here. We want to have at least 61 with us when we go to the massage machine bridge, which is why we don't want to throw any more than 29 up there. And so when the Pikmin are getting pretty close to this corner here, you just want to kind of swirl the C-stick back and forth to get them in a tight grouping. And then when they're in a tight grouping, you can hold up and then kind of to the right to swirl them around the corner. Just like that. And then go over and kill the shearwigs. I like to have a little more than 61 with me here, just in case one gets eaten. Because we want to have at least 61 on the bridge. I don't think I ever explained this in my previous tutorials, but the way that bridge building works is having one extra Pikmin doesn't necessarily make it build faster. There are certain ranges that build at the same speed. So if you have at least 61, I think it's like between 61 and 70 or so, this bridge will always build at the same speed. So I just want to have at least 61. And say one Pikmin was in the water on the other side of the bridge, and it would take, a couple seconds to actually throw it on the bridge. That's fine, and I can just whistle it and not throw it on the bridge and bring it with me here because I have already 61 on the bridge. So I want to whistle these guys off and zoom in and then head over to the blowhog. And right when I get past this last island is when I like to zoom out, just check where the blowhog is. Alright, that should be okay. And so imagine a invisible line between the water dumples on the bottom right of the screen and that little plant that's above the save text box that's in the water. As long as the blowhog dies on the left, to the left of that line, the path that the interstellar radio takes will be safe, and there's one Wollywog in the way, but we can distract it. If it goes the other way, then it goes past some water dumples, and the water dumples will eat all the Pikmin. So don't do that. So once you distract it onto this half of the line, you want to stand about this far away from it and watch for its sucking in animation. When it starts sucking in air, you want to run to the left of it and just spam C-stick, throw Pikmin as fast as possible on it. And when it falls to the ground and it gets to about half health, maybe a little under that, it will try to shake the Pikmin off, which will deflower them. So before that happens, you want to whistle them off and then just wait about a half second before throwing all of them back on. The reason you want to wait about a half second is because if you press the A button or the C stick right after you whistle them off, they will try to re-grab onto it as it's flying back up, but they won't be able to, and you won't be able to get any Pikmin on it, and then it'll just fly away. So this is what it should look like. And I only want 20 on the part, so I am going to throw 7 there, and then I want to zoom out the camera so that I can see the radio spawn, so I see what direction it's falling, and then I can just dismiss my Pikmin where I see it's going to land, and then walk away so I don't get the text box from being near it. And then right over here, this is the one Wollywog we need to distract. There's really no way to fail it. You just walk by, have it jump around there, and you should be good. And then take out 10 yellows, and dismiss your blues. And I'm actually here a little early. It's pretty easy to be before the bridge is done. So there's a bit of a buffer. You don't have to be too fast there. You do want to throw one blue on a shear rig there to throw a few extra blues for bullbacks later. And then dismiss the rest of your blues on the massage machine there. The way that dismiss works is you walk up to it, and right about there you hold up on the C stick and down on the control stick, and then you dismiss, and that will make your blues go next to the massage machine. And I only want 9 bombs here, so I'm only going to throw 9 yellow Pikmin before I grab the blues that didn't grab the massage machine. And you want to make sure no yellows come out of the skull with no bombs, because if they did, that means you have fewer than 9 bombs, and you will need to throw them back in there. And again, keep the camera zoomed in as much as possible to keep the Wollywog kind of deloaded. And then grab your 20 blues, put them on the repair type bolt, and you can go to this gate. So if you are on a day where there are snitch bugs, it's pretty rare, but it is possible to encounter the first snitch bug here. If you see it here over this gate, or if it's in your base, keep your bombs out of the way and just kill it with those 20 blues. So now I'm going to go to the gate and keep note of where my reticle is. The place where my reticle is, that's going to be the easiest place to one-cycle the gate. So just like that. And I'm early enough, so I should get some... not quite. Should get some cutscene skips here. I could have sped this up actually a little bit, but it's fine. I missed it. So yeah, you can save time there if you're good at the game, but I was trying to get, like, you know, only 1 or 2 try text boxes, so... There we go. So I got one at least. And that's one reason why this route is faster, is that's a text box skip that you can normally never get in the other route. But so once that's done, grab your 100 Pikmin and head over here. You may encounter another snitch bug here. If that's the case, just, you know, try to lure it near the base and kill it, or lure it kind of over here and kill it. And if you've not seen any snitch bugs yet, there's almost 100% chance there'll be one either in front of you here near that blowhog, or to the left. If you see any snitch bugs at all, kill them. You want those things dead. Those things are so annoying. So kill them if you can. If you haven't seen any snitch bugs yet, I would not throw your blues up here like I'm about to, but if you've killed at least one snitch bug and you don't see another one nearby, or if you kill both, then throw 35 blues up here. And so I should have 65 left. That was... And then head over to the cannon beetle. And I want the cannon beetle to face to the right here when he sucks in, and he's not being cooperative. So that he walks towards the exit as I'm attacking him. And if you know he's going to die, then you can head over here before he's actually dead, so you can start throwing on the bridge a little faster. You want to throw 30, and then grab any that are still on the part. 30 blues also, you don't want any yellows on there. If you've only killed one snitch bug, the second one might be here, in which case just try to kill it. It's a little finicky, you have kind of not much space to work with, but try to kill it there if you can. So hug the right wall there, so you don't activate these shear grubs on the left, or shear wigs. And then C-stick your yellows in there, and grab your blues, and then throw them over the wall here. I see at least one bomb was not grabbed. That's fine. You only need 9 bombs, so that's fine that I didn't get 10. I thought I only had 8, which is why I was trying to get that last one. One other thing is, so after I was done throwing over the ledge, occasionally you will have kind of a Phantom A input that is stored on Olimar, because he will have the yellows in his party, and when you press A, he'll want to throw a yellow, but he won't be able to. That A input will be stored until you actually get into the skull, and he'll throw a bomb rock sometimes, which you don't want to happen. So if you just press B after you're done throwing the blues onto the pilot seat, then that will cancel any phantom A inputs, and you won't have to deal with that. And then also, if you're on the Wii version at this point, you wouldn't have actually thrown your blues up on that ledge. You would have them with you, and you can go grab the Ioneum Jet and the Cronus Reactor without having to do the Bull Bear clip. But because we're on GameCube, we do need to do the Bull Bear clip. If you want to see how to do those without the Bull Bear clip on Wii, then I would recommend watching Jayhawk's PB, because he has it in that. So the way you do the Bull Bear clip is, you see this little dark texture behind Olimar. So you want to, there is a consistent way to clip up here with the first bite of the Bull Bear, but I'm not very good at it. So I do know how to do the second try consistent. It's stand right here, hold up into the wall, and you just pop up when the Bull Bear bites you. I actually got first try there because I was on that texture. But so yeah, grab your 35 here, go to about here, and then zoom out so that the Bull Bear goes back to sleep. And keep moving so that the blowhog doesn't blow on you. And then throw exactly 20 onto the Cronus Reactor. And then we want to keep it on screen as long as possible. If it's off screen, a lot of the time, 1 or 2 Pikmin will stop grabbing it as it falls, but if it's on screen, all 20 will keep grabbing it, and it won't get stuck. And then throw the remaining 15 up onto the ledge there. And one thing about throwing over this ledge is you would think you would want to C-stick throw to throw as fast as possible, but if you C-stick throw over this ledge, a lot of the time 1 or 2 won't make it, and they'll fall in this little crack here. But if you just hold up into the ledge and mash A, you throw as fast as if you were C-stick throwing. Alright, and we wanted to distract these water dumples. We want to grab them and pull them around the left side of this water spout here, and then just deload them. That was a little suspect, but I think we should be okay. If I had 10 bombs here, I would use 5 on this gate, but because I only have 9, I'm going to use 4. We'll have 2 extra bombs here, and I only want to have 1 extra for when I throw them over to the Zirconium Rotor wall. So because I killed the Cannon Beetle where I did, it has 2 benefits. One is that the part is closer to the exit, so the Pikmin will pull it back to the ship quicker. But also, it's not clipped into any walls, so all 30 should grab it when I dismiss them on it. If it was clipped into the wall, you want to make sure that they all grab it, and not the Cannon Beetle, because a lot of the time, if it's clipped into the wall, you'll dismiss them on it, 29 will grab it, and then 1 will not, and it will grab onto the Cannon Beetle. So I throw 2 there. And so this is probably the most dangerous part of the day. It's the easiest place to lose Pikmin. Which, granted, losing yellows is not as bad as losing blues, but it still loses maybe, 20, 30 seconds. Yeah, I'd say 20. So there is a Wollywog to our right and a Wollywog to our left. We don't want, under any circumstances, to have the Wollywog to our right aggro on us. It's unavoidable to have the one on the left aggro on us, but we want it to aggro onto Olimar as he's throwing, not onto the Pikmin as they hit the wall. So we want to be a little to the left as we long throw here, so that the Wollywog jumps on us, and when the 3 bombs, or when the 3 yellows are in the water and they are coming back to shore, we want to pull them over to the left side of the Wollywog, so it has to turn around before it jumps, so it probably will not kill them. So it should look like this. Okay, well this is a little scary, but that's okay. And honestly, I don't like where that guy is, so I am going to distract him one more time. Just going to have him turn around and jump over here. Normally he would be over there if I did it right, but yeah. So at this point, if you realize that you've forgotten to distract the Bull Bear earlier, or sorry, if you've forgotten to let the Bull Bear fall back asleep earlier, you want to keep the camera zoomed in here as much as possible. So the Bull Bear is still near the ramp when you go by, or else he'll eat the Pikmin on the bowsprit. But because we did let him go back to sleep, we can have the camera pointed forward. If you're fast enough, I think it's possible to maybe get the cutscene skip on that. I'm not sure about the Chronos Reactor, but you can definitely get it on the Ionium Jet if you're fast enough. Had to dodge and weave a little bit there. Alright, so bring our 10 yellows over here. Throw them up the ledge. And then head over to... Now we want to grab some blues to speed up the... whatever you call it, UV lamp. And again, I don't want the blowhog to be on camera like at all, so. I missed it. And we want to whistle off the UV lamp, actually when it's not super near the ship. So right about there is fine. And we can dismiss, actually we only need blues from here, so we can dismiss our yellows over there. And then head over this way. If you have only killed one of the snitch bugs, this will almost certainly be where the second one is, so kill it kind of to the right side, to the right of this bull bear, or near the rock wall, so that the blowhog doesn't interfere. But if you've killed both already, then you can just head this way. Ooh, I don't like that. So throw one blue, we can use to distract the bull bears later. So you have two options here. The faster option, I'll go with the slower option first. The slower option, I'm not going to show it. It's just to dismiss your Pikmin here, grab about 30, walk over to the zirconium rotor, throw them on there, and then come back and grab the rest. That loses about 10 seconds to the optimal faster strat here, which is to, one, distract this Wallywog to the left. And then we want to bring the shear grubs, or shear wigs, over here. Alright, it's fine that one died there. So I'm going to make a save state here, just because this is going to be a little hard to explain. Save state to slot 10. Okay. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to hold the control stick and the C stick both up, and just mash A to try to get at least 30 Pikmin up on this ledge. When you have about 40 left in your party, that's usually when you've gotten 30 on the ledge, because some of them fall off. So when you have about 40 in your party, whistle the ones on the ground and just do the math to see the difference. So I should have 58 or less in my party to ensure that there are at least 30 on this ledge. So... Alright, let's see. Okay, so there are 31 up on the ledge, so I'm going to... So the C stick and control stick are really important here. So right there, you don't want to touch the control stick at all. You want to have the control stick neutral for the rest of this. You want to C up, and when the Pikmin land and go towards the zirconium rotor, that's when you want to dismiss. For the second dismiss, whistle everyone who didn't grab the zirconium rotor and the Pikmin next to you. And then you're going to want to swing the C stick to the left, still holding neutral control stick. Swing the C stick to the left and then kind of forward and to the right, and that will swing the blues around, and they should go next to the rotor. At that point, you can dismiss all of them. If you did it perfectly, all of them will grab it. If you didn't do it perfectly, a few will be stragglers. You can whistle those, and then just hold up on the C stick, and they should go next to the rotor, and you can dismiss them. So it should look like this. Just like that. So now comes the other new part of the route. This is really the trick that makes this route work. So we didn't build the Gluon Drive bridge, which is okay because there's... if we can push the Gluon Drive into the water to the left, it won't take the bridge. So what we can do is put all of the guys on there, and when it gets past these shear rigs, I want to dismiss. Or I want to whistle them all off. And so... When the Pikmin try to carry a shear wig, but they see that there's this bridge that's not built here and they can't actually move, they'll circle around in place, And you can use that circling to push the Gluon Drive. When it's at the top of the circle, you're going to want to whistle the Pikmin off, and then C-stick them back on, so they'll start another circle, and repeatedly push the Gluon Drive until it falls into the water. Just like this. Alright, there we go. So now it's in the water. It can actually be even like... So it's slid in there. It doesn't have to quite slide. Like that last place it was right before it slid into the water probably would have worked anyway, but just to be safe, I like to see it slide into the water. At which point you can just dismiss all your Pikmin there. And make sure this Bullywog does not bother them. So now I'm going to grab my other blue here. And I want to bump this... whatever the heck you call it. Bullbear, and then throw my blue there to distract Bullbear. This other guy, smack him to wake him up, bring him over here, and then just speed by him and zoom in the camera, and he will also go after that one blue now. So if you're quick enough, the Zirconium Rotor will be nowhere nearby, so you want to grab your yellows and bring them to the Gluon Drive to speed it up. So it should have 66, alright, cool. And I'm going to use the UV lamp to get the cutscene skip here. So speed this guy up. And then right as it's about to bump into the UV lamp is when you want to swarm the UV lamp. And then use the rotor to get the area cutscene skip. Come on, there we go. And then, if you're fast, you can get the last one, but really the area cutscene skip is what's important there. Alright, and at this point you can end the day. I think I probably left some blues behind. Yeah, one didn't grab, but that's fine because I grew the 4 extras with the shear grub. So yeah, normally, I mean, with the other strat, I would be done right now with maybe a tick and a half or maybe 1 tick left on the day counter, but this strat I find it easy to honestly have 2.5 or 2 ticks left, so it's a significantly faster strat. It does take some time to get the rhythm of the pushing down, so I'm actually going to do that part again. Alright, so I gotta throw these over the wall again. There's also one thing I realized I forgot to mention about throwing them over the wall. Alright, 7, so 31. So one thing I forgot to mention about throwing them over the wall. After the first dismiss, when you call them back, you want to call back the ones next to you first, not the ones over the wall. Because it'll actually mess it up if you call the ones over the wall first. There we go. And then, so you kind of got to react to where to stop this based on where the shearwigs are. You want to kind of draw a line perpendicular to the, I guess, where the water meets the land here, and draw a perpendicular line from there to one of the shearwigs. And when it's kind of in the middle, when the center of the Gluon Drive is in the middle of that line, that's when you want to stop it. And so I guess like my inputs I do here is I don't even touch the control stick at all for the most part when I'm doing the pushing. I just like C stick and then B and C stick and B in the rhythm so that the shearwigs are essentially doing semicircles. And so say you messed it up a little bit and the shearwig eventually gets pushed to like the right side of the Gluon Drive. You have a couple options. Either you can use another shearwig that's kind of far away and you can keep pushing it until it actually is next to the Gluon Drive and you can use that. Or you can use that same shearwig and just whistle it when it's like 3/4 of the way around the circle, because then it'll be kind of moving to the left, and you can keep whistling it after it keeps moving left and left and left, and then it won't be too far to the right. It'll just be in the correct line to push it again. So I'm basically just doing C whistle, C whistle, C whistle, C whistle, C whistle, just like that. And then I do move a little bit when it is getting kind of out of my reach. But like I said, it doesn't even need to be fully in the water. Like I'm pretty sure this will work if I put them on it. Yeah, see, it doesn't even need to be fully in the water, and it'll still take the right path. So, yeah. Definitely a little hard to get used to, but... Ooh, this is interesting. I've never seen this before. But yeah, definitely a little harder to get used to, but not terrible once you understand how the pushing works. So, yeah.